Hi, my name is Paulina. I am a numerologist. Numerology is a study of numbers. We have our birth numbers, and you study those numbers. They are just symbols which we apply words and truth to. So each of the numbers have a meaning. I got into numerology because I was looking for something. I was looking for some other meaning to life, to my existence, which I couldn't find anywhere else. I looked at different sources like the tarot, astrology, runes even, and it didn't sing to me, it didn't call out to me. But then I found out about numbers, and I just came across it by chance, and it really spoke to me. And so I just got into it more and more deeply, and the more I get into it, the more I love it. What interests me? What interests me about it is the basis of the numbers is 1 to 9. You don't have to be a mathematician to understand it and to use it, which is great. And it's quite clear cut. It runs through all of our lives. Everything about it is numbers. Everything about us are numbers. Everything, right down to an alphabet, is all symbolized with numbers. They all have meanings. Everything about a human being and existence is numbers, and it quite fascinates me about that. I didn't, but I have done now. I've used it on me because I've had to understand a few things. And when you understand yourself, you can understand others, hopefully. So I've used numerology on me, yes, I have. I used it to find out the basics. I wanted to find out about what numerology is, and then it tells you how to add up your birthday, how to do that. So I did my own to see what number I am and see how is it that I'm wanting to learn this. And it works out that my number is a number which would love to incorporate this in their lives, and that's why I use it on me all the time. Yeah. No, you don't need to know the time you were born at all, actually, because it's not like astrology where you need to know the time you were born, because you have the different planets are in different alignment at certain times of the year. With numerology, it's just your date of birth. That's all you need. Those are the numbers you need. You need your full name on your birth certificate, because that is who you are when you were born. Your mother gave you that name, and you need to know what numbers attribute to those letters, and then it can speak to you about other things. Aha, no you can't. You can sort of, well, it does sort of work in one instance. If you change your name, what will happen is people will treat you differently because of a change of a name. Just put it this way, at the moment everyone's going on about Karen this, whatever that means, if she's a Karen. So if your name's Karen, poor thing, it doesn't mean that you are this person, but everyone's using your name like that. So now, when you hear that name, it's going to mean something to you, so they're going to treat you in a certain way. So if you change your name, you're going to be treated differently. It might be the way you want to be treated, and then it might not, depending on who's treating you, or who thinks of your name as a good name or not a good name. So it's best to keep your own name, because you can't change your destiny. You can change how others see you, but that's it. So it really won't work. It's only going to work on the surface. That's it. There are quite many areas. So you can do your birth name. Okay, that's one area, and that has 3 segments to it. You can do your life path, which is an overall picture of what path you're meant to be doing in this lifetime. You can do your year chart, and your year chart tells you what year you're having from birthday to birthday, which is a good one. That's like 3 areas. You can also do your karmic chart, which is what karma your family and you have. You can see where that happens. You can also do like month charts, day charts if you want to, that sort of thing, week charts, just to see what's happening in a week. You can do that in numerology, and it can be pertaining to you. Let me think, is there anything else? Oh, and then one nice one, you can do a combination of like compatibility chart, where you take your name and number and someone else's name and number and combine them and see how compatible those names will be and what's the outcome of that. The reason why I was drawn to numerology more than the others, like let's take astrology. I found the wording of astrology for me really hard to figure out. And it was so deep and so vast, I couldn't get into it. I tried to do astrology, but it was really hard for me to study it. And then there's so many things, and you do need really and truly to know what time you're born. And a lot of people, majority of people don't know what time they were born. So you would miss out on a great path, what the astrology would say to you, because it tells you your personality. When you find out the time you're born, that puts the moon into another planet. Every 11 minutes, the moon moves into a new planet. So that gives you your personality, which is really important, as important as your sun sign, which is your outer personality. I'd say more important, really. So if you don't know your time of birth, you miss that bit out, and it's really important. With runes, I didn't really understand runes because that's a completely different place. It's Scandinavian, and it was really hard for me to, but I liked the stones and everything, and I love that, and I love the feel of it, but it wasn't really for me. Now tarot is the next thing closest to numerology, really, and the tarot deck it's quite good but every time you have a tarot reading, it is about how that person intuitively recognizes a tarot deck. How do they tell you is about it? And every person has their own meaning to things, and so that can be sometimes not as misleading. And I wanted something more clear cut, and I like the fact the numbers are clear cut and they mean this, and they have certain attributes to them, and also they're rooted in children, because everyone knows when your child gets to terrible twos what that means, and that's a number 2 personality. And that's what I like. There's a clear cut with numbers, and I like that, and so that's why I was more drawn to the numbers than anything else. Okay, so mainly I cover your life path, which is what you're meant to learn in this lifetime. I cover your name number, so basically the numbers, which has 3 sections to it in the name you're given. So your soul number, which is part of it, which is a part number you get in another lifetime before this one, and outer personality, how do other people see you, and then your destiny part, I cover that's very important. That's in the name numbers. I cover your year path, which is really important, because every time you have a birthday you go, oh, I'm going to have a great birthday this year, I feel differently already, it's coming up to my birthday. I cover what that is. It's a cyclic thing, and I cover that, what cycle you're in your year path. I also do compatibility. I like doing that. That's really good fun, to see what the compatibilities are in people. This is friends and lovers as well. And that's about it. But I do other deeper readings, like I'll do family karma, I'll look into months and years and dates, that sort of thing. And there's one more thing I've just started to cover, which is the secret your mother gives you at birth. That's quite interesting. I've just started to do that. Okay. Sometimes when I speak to people, it depends on what sort of person they are. Usually if they're private people, they won't even, and they've heard me talking about numerology around and I'm talking to someone else, they will never come up and ask me anything, because they just don't want to, they're too scared. But the people who are brave, they'll go and ask me, but they are surprised that I can know so much about them without them saying anything. And one person said to me ages ago, you're reading people, you're doing cold reading. And I said, not really, it's numbers, and I can prove that by you phoning me up. I've not seen you, so I can't cold read you. I just do your numbers, right? So how can I cold read on the phone? Because I can't see you. Even if I can't hear you and I do your numbers, how can I cold read you? So it's not me cold reading people, it's how it is. Numbers are numbers, no matter what. So yeah, people get really surprised and quite scared. Men are the worst, because men are saying things like, I'm a witch. You're a witch. They go, you're a witch. And I go, No, I'm not. Right? Because they don't delve into themselves like women do. We delve into ourselves. We take things apart. I mean, you know, but men, no. So they say often that I'm a witch. Hey, maybe I was a witch in another life. Yeah. Okay, I do private readings, I do Zoom calls, I do Skype. You can find me, even WhatsApp I'll do. You can find me on WhatsApp and you can find me on YouTube, NumberWoman5. I'm on YouTube, like and subscribe. And I'm on that. And yeah, I'm all over different platforms. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I say it's not in. I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as well. And I'm on TikTok. So you can find me on these platforms. And then I will get in touch with me and I will do your reading, definitely. If you're a pregnant mum and you're going to have a kid, really take your time when you're naming your child, okay? Because every letter has meanings. And we're not talking about the whole name. When I look at a chart, I look at the first letter of a name first, and that gives me the inkling or the desire you've given to your child. So there are 9 letters. It goes in 9 cycles, right? 26 letters in the alphabet. Every letter has a meaning. If you want to have a reading and you're too scared, don't worry. It's all cyclic. So don't worry about anything. Things go in cycles and cycles change from day to day, month to month, year to year. So whatever you're going through, you don't have to worry. You only have to go through it for a short while and things will change. So if you want to know what changed, give me a call. I can tell you, I can help you have peace of mind. I got it wrong. Forget it. Don't worry. I'll get it right in the next video. Start again. Can you just edit some of them, take that out, put something in there, swap them around? Because that one was like, no.